I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. And you're probably scratching your head. You're like, what? What is this? Power? I was just sitting there and I was like, you know what? I haven't watched nWa Powerrr since its debut, which I did cover a long time ago. And then I just kind of fell off because the wrestling just became a little bit too much. But I was like, you know what? I want to just poke my head back in. And they are on the Roku channel. The episodes are an hour long. So I was like, you know what? I can kill an hour. Well, technically 45 minutes from the rewatch I did. And man, they pack so much into one episode. And I believe this is the third season or whatever on Roku, or 26th season. I don't know. They're on the season. And I forgot that they gave titles to their actual episodes. So this is nWa Powerrr, January 27th, 2026. A Man of His Word. In Atlanta, Georgia, at the center stage. It's a little small place for the TV taping. You know, they just came off this Samhain witchcraft something. You know, I might go back and go see what was that all about. But we have 3 matches advertised for this show. You know, we got a tag team championship match, we got a women's championship match, and we have the world championship, nWa World Championship on the line. And in between the commercials, they're like, here we go, here's more power, here's more stuff to grab on. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I enjoyed myself watching the show. I gotta say, the commentary team is Joe Galley, Tim Storm, and Danny Deals. These guys are hilarious and great on commentary. They got some wild lines. I didn't know I was going to see Billy Corgan this show. I was like, oh, there he is. He's the manager. He owns the business, right? There's a moment in this show where I wrote this down. I think I wrote it wrong, but it says, take the hook out of my mouth and take the ticket. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell that means, but all right. And there's some really great stuff in this show, especially with the commentary team. That keeps it fun for me. But the first match of the night is the Immortals. Odinson, Kratos versus Blunt Force Trauma, some Mask Boys, Carnage, and Damage. Just some big men, a lot of meat in this match. I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy this match. It was fun. I really enjoyed the Immortals. I can see why they are the tag team champions right now. And during one of the commercial breaks, this is what they fit into that entire commercial break, okay? They had this new group by Aaron Stevens. Oh my gosh, what was that? Scared me. By Aaron Stevens, you know, it's Carson Drake, Sage, Chance, I don't know, and Mondo and Slate. But Aaron tells them, like, we need a cool name. They're all, like, arguing, what's our name? Who are we? And Aaron says, we are the Federation of Champions, because they all have titles and whatnot. And one of them goes, that's fuck. And yeah, it was a little silly, but I was like, Federations of Champions. It could work. It could work. But Aaron Stevens, oh my gosh, it was good seeing him, man. You know, I was just like, oh, my boy, all right. You know, and Mondo I know, and a few of these guys I do know from here and there, especially online, because I do follow the nWa TikTok account. But that was all in between the commercial break between this tag team championship match. But the Immortals taking on Blunt Force Trauma. It was a back-and-forth battle, but the Immortals retain. And I gotta say, though, the crowd sucks. And I feel like these are just people that just go to this taping just to go to this taping. Like, there's some of them will cheer, some of them won't. You know, these guys, these performers, they try really, really, really hard. You know, they try really, really hard to get the crowd going. But the Immortals get the win. Oh yeah, there was a little Silas thing because Silas Mason, the Thrillbilly. I believe that was Silas. Yeah, he has his championship. He's taking on Tom Latimer later on tonight. Then we go into Natalia Markova, who's the current women's champion, versus Shotzi Blackheart. There was a little thing from last week. That's the thing too about the show is like a lot of it's like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I'm like, why not last week? Everything's 2 weeks. Almost everything was 2 weeks ago. But I think everything was to kind of catch you up with the story here. Natalia cuts a promo. And it's okay. And then Shotzi walks in and basically like, bitch, me and you. So that's who they're fighting tonight. We got some stuff with the tag team division, Country Gentlemen and Pretty Empowered. And I was like, oh, they're letting the women fight the men in tag teams. Hell yeah. Let's do it, brother. But I guess 2 weeks ago, again, the Country Gentlemen beat Pretty Empowered. At first, I saw they said Pretty in Power, and I was like, oh, but it's Pretty Empowered. But back to Natalia Markova versus Shotzi. In this match, it was fun for what it was. I didn't expect Shotzi to win, because I believe this is her NWA debut in this company. But Shotzi, I got to give it up to her. She's making her rounds all the way through the indies, the GCWs and stuff like that, making her name. She had a crazy match with Matt Cardona, the Death King match guy, Mr. Woo Woo Woo, all that. But yeah, Shotzi did not win. And Natalia, I gotta say, that was pretty. Natalia's all right. I'm interested. There was a shot though where the cameraman was right up her ass. At the end of this match, when she gets the pin, like the cameraman's like, woo, I'm like, whoa, my brother. You ain't gotta be that close with that camera. Back up a little bit. Back up. Then we meet the Slime Balls. They are the United States Tag Team Champions. They took on Holy Grail. I guess they're a big faction here. Slime Balls. I don't know. They look cool, I guess. One of their I think their finishing move is called the Snot Rocket or something. I don't know. I'm a little invested, so I might see what's gonna happen next week in Holy Grail. Ooh. Then we have the Thrillbilly, Silas Mason, the current NWA champion, taking on Tom Latimer. Nope. Matt Cardona attacks. Yes. And before this match even happens, we get a little bit of an update with Hammerstone and Trevor Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch, he's like, I'm a former champion. How come I can't get my thing? And I'm like, damn, Trevor, you still around? I felt old when I saw Trevor Murdoch. But yeah, he wants his championship match again. But he says Tom Latimer gets on. What the hell? So I'm guessing Tom is he's a big face in NWA, because he was very like with the crowd, like, hey, fist pump. What's up, y'all? Woo! Then Matt Cardona attacks him, and Matt Cardona, because earlier in the match he interrupted Natalia, and he goes, "Where's Billy Corgan?" And she's like, "I don't know. He's left." I get. This is what I'm assuming. Billy Corgan promised. His own words, Matt Cardona would get a shot for the NWA Championship. So he takes out Tom. And then Billy Corgan comes out. And Corgan's like, you son of a bitch. Okay. You son of a bitch. He goes, all right, you have your match tonight. It'll be a Peachtree Street fight for the World Championship. And I was like, Peachtree Street fight. Wait, what? Okay, Peachtree Street fight. Whatever that means. Because they're in Georgia. But Matt Cardona versus Silas Mason. And this was a wild one. This was my match of the night. I really did enjoy this. Silas got busted open. I can see why he's the NWA champion. But Matt is trying his hardest. But we have this dude named AT come out. We got Billy Corgan's main guy, Eric Smalls, comes out and has Silas in the balls, and then Matt kicks Silas in the balls, and Eric and Smalls looks like they're working together, and then Eric Smalls is like, nope, and hits Matt in the balls, and we got ball busters all the way around. Trevor Murdoch comes out, then Tom comes out, all this crazy shenanigans, and during the commercial break, we got Big Strong Mims and Dragon 2. being promoted. I believe next week will be that match. And the Immortals celebrating their victory over Blunt Force Trauma, and the Good Brothers show up, and they're like, hey, we want those tag team titles. Yeah, you know that. We want them tag team titles. And the Immortals said, bring it, because it might be too sweet. But back to the chaos and action of a Peachtree Street fight. Matt Cardona is fighting. There's some chair shots. And there really wasn't much weapons besides the chair. But that's okay. I still enjoyed this match. I thought it was a really fun main event. But after AT, Eric Smalls, Trevor, Tom, all this crazy buffoonery happens, Silas retains his championship, going on keeping the championship. And who will be his next opponent? Will it be Trevor Murdoch? Will it be Tom Latimer? What happens to Matt Cardona? Because he's back in WWE, so this was probably taped a while back. But there we go. I watched some Powerrr, and the opening song, I believe, is Billy Corgan's song, or they call him William Patrick Corgan. I like the opening song, and this feels old school, with the TV set feel. I think that's why I really was like all for NWA coming back, and Billy Corgan. It feels like a circus, like to the commentary, to the wrestling, all these different characters and stuff like that. And I love the fact that they named their episodes, and this was a man of his word. I really did enjoy the show. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. In Atlanta, Georgia, at Center Stage, on the Roku channel every week, Tuesdays, so I gotta pop these out Wednesdays, but this was just one of those random, like, you know what, I'm sitting here butt naked, what should I watch? Ooh, let's do some NWA Powerrr, January 27th, 2026, and that's it, that's all. Yeah, so another show for you to check out, NWA Powerrr. I might do JCW next. We'll see. Before I get burnt out again, we'll see. But that's it. That's all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandma. Share with the alert. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
No disqualification. It's a Peachtree Street fight.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, Billy said you're going to hit. You see the look on Billy's face.